In this video, we're actually going to use the definition of the derivative to find the slope of a curve at some point. And the question here is to find the derivative or the slope of the curve x squared at x equals 2, at the point x equals 2. So I have the definition of the derivative written out here, and I have a graph of the function as well. So we want the derivative or the slope at x equals 2. So we're going to have this point here and then another point 2 plus some h. And we're going to take the limit of those 2 points, the slope between those 2 points, as h approaches 0 or as x 2 plus h becomes 2. And so to do that, we have to write out the limit again, h equals 0 of our function at x plus h. X squared at x plus h is x plus h squared, and x squared at x is just x squared, all over h. Okay? And we can't just plug in h here, or 0 here for h, because then we'll be dividing by 0, so we need to mix some things around. So we'll FOIL this out, and we'll get that the limit as h approaches 0 of x squared plus 2xh minus, or plus h squared minus x squared over h. And these x squareds become 0. And so we have 2x times h plus h squared divided by h. Gotta write out the limit every time. Can't forget that. I'm going to go ahead and factor out an h actually from these two terms right here. So I'm going to take an h out of there and take an h out of there. So I'm going to have h times 2x plus h over h. And these h's are going to cancel. That's just 1. 1 times 2x plus h. And then we can go ahead and plug in h equals 0 to that limit. So we have 2x plus h. So the slope of the graph x squared at any point, we now know because we haven't plugged in our specific point, is going to be 2x. When we plug in h equals 0, we get 2x. And if we want to evaluate that at the point x equals 2, then we just plug in 2 for x, and we get 4. So the slope of the curve f of x equals x squared at x equals 2 is equal to 4.